You guys are always all over the place, dude. Oh, you drove too. I was at the Renaissance Fair, enjoyed myself.
I'd like to bring the Planning Development Committee to order, please. Could I get a roll call?
Counselor Walker?
Here.
Counselor Allen?
Here.
Counselor Plunkett?
Here. Could I get a motion to approve the minutes from July 15th, 2024? Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Allen.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Any old business? Seeing none, we'll go right to new business. Authorization. City Engineer Jeff Hinderleiter requests authorization for a public hearing regarding proposed law, local law number 2 of the year 2024. The local law amending Chapter 133, flood damage prevention of the Code of City, New York, City of Oswego, New York.
Good evening.
Yes.
So this is related to the amendment to the flood maps that resulted from the high school stadium project. They, as part of their permit from the city to construct that, they had to enter into a study in order to establish and prove with engineering analysis that they weren't going to make that floodplain any worse. They've done all that work, but they had to submit it to FEMA and to the federal government for review and audit and to actually amend the flood maps. That process has occurred, and FEMA has amended the map and they have documented it. As a result, we have to update our local law to adopt this FEMA map. This is something that we're mandated to do to maintain our flood insurance program. So what that means is if we don't adopt the most current maps, the homes in that area will not be allowed to take out flood insurance if they're required to. Then that becomes a real problem. So this is something that we have to keep up to date and we really need to adopt. But that's what it's related to. And so in accordance with that, we do a public hearing to pass the local law to receive comments. I do have the updated map and data available if anybody's curious, but we'll have it available for the public at that and for anyone else who wants to see it.
Very good, thank you. Any more comments, questions? Could I get a motion, please? Counselor Allen, Counselor Plunkett.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Moving to number 2, the Zoning and Planning Office requests a public hearing be scheduled regarding a special use permit for Bell Atlantic Mobile Systems LLC to construct and operate a roof-mounted wireless telecommunications facility. I know this is over at, well, I'll let Mr. Caracoli speak on this. This is Oswego Health.
Yeah, it's at the new behavioral health facility over on East Schuyler Street, 33, I believe, or 29. I believe there's representatives of the company that are here that will speak to this more directly, but this is part of our process. Anytime there is a new wireless communications facility being proposed in the city of Oswego, there's a process based on our wireless communication local law. The company is seeking a number of waivers or variances, and they'll speak to that. But ultimately, what you're doing tonight is establishing a public hearing date, and then we'll get into the nuts and bolts of it. I'm sure they're going to get into it a little bit tonight, and then the public hearing in a couple of weeks' time will be the official hearing.
Very good, thank you. Okay. Would you like to get up and speak, please?
Absolutely. Good evening, Council. My name is Jeff Twitty. I'm an attorney with Nixon Peabody in Rochester here tonight on behalf of Verizon Wireless. As was stated, Verizon is seeking a special use permit from this council to allow for the installation of a rooftop antenna facility on a building owned by, I believe it's Oswego Hospital at 29 East Cayuga Street. Essentially, the purpose of this project will be to fill in gaps in coverage that Verizon Wireless has identified within this portion of the city. In order to do that, we need to be located on the rooftop identified in the packet that you all should have received. So I'm happy to answer any questions about the materials that we submitted as part of the packet. We did submit a bit of an amended submission, if only because it's not as intense of a telecommunications facility as would typically be contemplated by the telecommunications ordinance like the one that the city has. So, we did things like instead of submitting a list of all property owners within 1,500 feet of the facility, we only did, I believe, 500 feet. It turns out that the closest residential structure to this rooftop facility is over 400 feet away. And, there are a few other changes that we made to the application that I can't remember off the top of my head, but, if you have any questions about the waivers that we're seeking or about the materials that we did submit, once again, I'm happy to answer them.
Anybody have questions, concerns? Seeing none, can I get the appropriate motion? Counselor Allen? Counselor Plunkett?
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, seeing no more new business, could I get a motion to adjourn, please? Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Allen?
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
This time, I'd like to call the Fiscal Service Committee to order for August 5th. Have the roll call, please.
Counselor Burridge?
Here.
Counselor Vanucci?
Here.
Counselor Walker?
Here.
Counselor Gosick?
Here.
I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes of the July 15, 2024 committee meeting. Counselor Vanucci, Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gosick?
Yes.
I see no old business. I'd like to move on to new business. Number one, the Zoning and Planning Office has received a request for use of public space from Brian Parkers, owner of a commercial building located at 22 West Mohawk Street, in order to place an A-frame sign. Is anybody here like to speak on this matter? I see nobody. Can I have a motion on the matter? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Vanucci.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gosick?
Yes.
Number two, the Office of Economic Development has received a request for use of public space from Angela Anthony in order to host a wedding ceremony at Great Beck Park and a wedding reception along Lake Street between West 2nd and West 3rd Streets on Saturday, October 5th, 2024. Is anybody here that'd like to speak on that matter? I see nobody here. Can I have a motion? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Vanucci?
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gosick?
Yes.
Number three, the Office of Economic Development has received a request for public space from Teresa Wilkins in order to host the annual Walk for Life at Great Beck Park on Saturday, September 7th, 2024. Is anybody here who'd like to speak on that?
Hi, my name's Teresa Wilkins. I'm the Executive Director of the Family Resource Center. We're just having a family-friendly walk there. We've done it there before in the past. The last few years we've had it at our office, but everybody loves Bright Beck Park, so we just wanted to go back there.
Anybody have any questions? Thank you. Can I have a motion on the matter? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Vanucci.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gosick?
Yes.
The City Clerk's Office has received a request from the Oswego YMCA for a blanket resolution regarding use of public space at street corners or placing signs to advertise popular annual community events at street corners. Anybody here like to speak on the matter? See none, can I have a motion? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Vanucci.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gosick?
Yes.
See no new business, can I have a motion to close the meeting, please? Counselor Vanucci. Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Gosick?
Yes.
Yeah. You get me laughing.
This time, I would like to call to order the Administrative Services Committee. Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Plunkett?
Here.
Counselor Burridge?
Here.
Counselor Allen?
Here.
Counselor Vanucci?
Here.
Counselor Walton?
Here.
I would like a motion to accept the minutes from the previous meeting on July 15th, 2024. Counselor Walton, Counselor Vanucci.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walton?
Yes.
Is there any old business? Okay. Item number 1 under authorization, City Clerk Mark Tesoriero requests authorization for the City Chamberlain to complete a transfer of funds from the General Fund contingent account to the clerk's personal services account in the total amount of $9,000 to cover the costs of a temporary employee and intern to continue the Vital Records Preservation Project. Mr. City Clerk?
Good evening, everyone. So we have a great temporary worker, Alana, who's been with us, and she's able to work 3 days a week through the end of the year, which is about $9,000. Right now, we're doing the death certificates. We made it from 1880, we're up to 1910. It's really a fascinating process. What we do is we scan every page, and then we index everything. So it's really fascinating with the death certificates. Like 40% of the deaths are infants. So, you know, it's really like a historical record that I think we really need to make sure we preserve. So this will be preserved electronically, so these books, you know, we don't have to rely on going through those every time. So I think this is a good opportunity to really get a lot of this cut out, you know.
Any questions? Could I get a motion, please? Counselor Allen, Counselor Walton.
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burridge,
Yes.
Counselor Allen,
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark. Item number 2 under authorization. City Attorney Kevin Caracoli requests an executive session to discuss proposed pending or current litigation. Could I get a motion, please, to go into executive session? Counselor Allen? Counselor Walton?
Counselor Plunkett,
Yes.
Counselor Burridge,
Yes.
Counselor Allen,
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci,
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.